Good morning, how are you today? As you can see here, I have a huge bag of Bath & Body Works empties. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the products that my family and I used up and emptied through the season of summer. Let's start this empties video with candles actually this time. So this first batch of 3-wick candles are the ones that we used on the main floor, starting with the Prosecco and Peaches 3-wick candle. I really enjoyed this one. It had a really great throw and it was just like a straightforward juicy peach scent. And it has notes of bubbly champagne, juicy peach, and a hint of vanilla. This one is one of those mashup candles where it's technically two different fragrances combined together. So this one is limoncello plus unicorn sprinkles. Fragrance notes on this one were pink raspberries, tangy Sorrento lemons, and fresh sugar cane. Similar packaging here from that same collection. We also used up a rose water and ivy plus vanilla bean mashup candle. This one also was burned on the main floor, and this one has notes of vanilla marshmallow, soft rose petals, and rain-kissed English ivy. Now, I'm not normally one for florals, and neither is the rest of my family, but we all surprisingly enjoyed this one. I thought this was going to be the weak link from this collection of ice cream candles, but we actually all were surprised that we liked this one as much as we did. In the basement level of the house, we used a pink lemonade. This one has notes of sweet strawberry puree, acai berries, fresh lemonade, and sugar. We did a lot of citrus candles this summer, but switching it up from that citrus theme, we did do a coconut pina colada for some beachy vibes, and this one has coconut milk, blended pineapple, and a splash of rum. Really enjoyed this one. And then last but not least, in the basement level, we did a fresh watermelon 3-wick candle. This one smells really good cold, but I found that when it was burning, it had a surprisingly weak experience. Compared to some of the other candles that we burned, this one wasn't very strong at all. In fact, it was kind of hard to detect that it was even burning. But that being said, it did smell really good. Fresh cut watermelon, pink sea salt, and sweet sunshine were the fragrance notes for that one. And then my sister brought me 2 3-wick candles from her place, and she used a classic limoncello 3-wick candle. This one has Sorrento lemons, cane sugar, and lemon zest. And then she also used this 3-wick candle of sugar cone crunch. This one I heard online people were saying that it smells like Disneyland. I think it must just be because of that ice cream parlor-esque scent to it. But this one had notes of freshly baked sugar cone, caramel sea salt, and gooey marshmallow. And then the final item from the home fragrance department, my dad brought me this room spray that he finished up. I think he was just kind of finishing up some older Christmas stock that he had on hand. This one is called Vanilla Balsam, and it's pretty much the same as fresh balsam, except mix in that sweet, creamy vanilla note, and it's just a lot sweeter and not as peppery as fresh balsam. Really good scent for the holidays, but in this case, I think he just used up that tail end there. So for the home fragrance tally, that brings us to 1 room spray, 4 wallflowers, and 8 3-wick candles used this summer. Next, we're doing hand care, the soaps and the hand sanitizers. So starting with the pocket back hand sanitizers, we actually used up quite a lot this summer, and I know that part of it is I usually take a summer trip and I always use a ton of hand sanitizers when I travel. This is the moisturizing formula in the fragrance Fresh Coconut and Cotton that we used. Same as that candle, we also used a fresh watermelon pocket back. I really enjoyed this one. It's probably my favorite of all the sanitizers we used so far this summer. Blue Raspberry Freeze. I know I had multiple of this fragrance on hand, so I can't remember if my sister brought me this one that she used up or if it was Jose and I that used this one. Can't really remember, but either way, we did empty a Nectarine and Sun Tea. This one is kind of an oldie. Now this one I know for sure my sister brought to me that she emptied. This is the moisturizing formula of Tree Farm. Moving on to hand soaps. I don't know if the theme for my sister was Christmas in July, but she had a lot of like winter things that she was working on using up, and she used up this Frosted Forest hand soap. This one has notes of winter pine needles, frosted eucalyptus, and icy peppermint. Then moving back to my household, in the upstairs we have a utility laundry room sink as well as a kitchen sink. So we used 2 from this matching set here. So this was the laundry room scent of the summer, and it was a mint chip ice cream. We really loved this scent. And then this other one was also pretty good too. This was a strawberry banana smoothie. But honestly, anything with mint chip ice cream I really love. I know that we had previously done a candle of this scent and it was also really good too. So that was kind of a favorite of the summer. The strawberry banana smoothie was the one that was in the kitchen, by the way. In the main floor bathroom, we used up this fun pink bubblegum scent. This one is called Pink Gumball Chew Make Me Happy. And notes on this one were rainbow gumdrops, sugared vanilla, and pink sponge sugar. I love bubblegum scents, so I will always buy a bubblegum scent whenever Bath & Body Works sells one. In July, we used up this 4th of July themed hand soap. This is Firecracker Fizz, which honestly, this one is a little bit of an older packaging. It essentially is the same fragrance as Firecracker pop. And this one is red cherry, fresh citrus, and juicy berry. Love it. And then we used up a collection of these 3 matching hand soaps. I think these were actually from a summer semi-annual sale from the past. So first one is Fruity Sherbet Scoop, and it has rainbow sherbet, zesty orange, sun-kissed strawberry. This one is a summer classic, pineapple mango, and it has notes of fresh pineapple juice, mango, and vine-ripened raspberry. And last, the coconut milkshake. My mom said that this one was probably her favorite. That and the mint chip ice cream were her 2 favorites. So this one had vanilla ice cream, toasted coconut, and sugared amber. In the basement bathroom, we used up one of these super fun cotton candy grape hand soaps I had been hoarding. I grabbed a couple of them, like maybe 3, and so I'm kind of working through my stash. And this one is juicy grapes, fluffy cotton candy, and sugared citrus. This is the only gel soap we used up. We tend to use more foam than we do gel, but I like both, and I just like to switch it up when I can. So this one is Spring Peach Crisp, and it has notes of sliced peaches, cinnamon sugar, and graham cracker crust. I love this scent. I think it's really yummy. This one is another one of those Firecracker Pop lookalikes. For some reason, it has a different name, but it's essentially the same as Firecracker Pop. This one is Wild For You Cherry Frost, and once again, notes are red cherry, fresh citrus, and frozen berry. And then here is another trio of hand soaps that we all used up in a collection. We used up Poolside Pomelo, which this one was kind of an intriguing scent. It had notes of citrusy pomelo. Pomelo is a little bit similar to a grapefruit, sparkling bergamot, and invigorating sage. This is not something I normally would go for, but I'm glad I gave it a try because it was kind of beachy sunscreen scent, but a little hint of citrus. I don't know, it was fun. This one's called Bright Summer Days, and it has notes of coconut milk, sunny starfruit, and warm sands. Now, based on the notes, this sounds like something I would really like, but honestly, I feel like this hand soap was a little bit lacking. It's not that it smelled bad, it was just really, really soft, and it kind of just felt like an unfragranced version of a hand soap. So a little weird for that reason, but it was fine. And then the last one from that collection we used up was Sweet Strawberry Scoop. Fragrance notes for that one are sugared pink strawberries and vanilla bean ice cream. For soaps and sandies, that brings us to a grand total of 5 pocket backs and 14 hand soaps. Last category is body care, but this one doesn't really fall in any of these categories. So while we're still talking about things for the home, we did use up this laundry detergent of white tea and sage. This one was pretty good, but the fragrance was pretty soft on it. I find that when we were using this, we were really learning a little bit more about how to optimize using the laundry care from Bath & Body Works. This formula really is concentrated, and we kind of forgot that along the way as we were using it, and maybe using a little bit too much at a time. Part of it is when you have something that's fragranced and you really want to smell it on your clothes, you feel like you need to add more. But the more and more I use this stuff, the more I'm learning a little actually does go a long way. So that was something that was kind of nice for us to learn as we were using this one. And right now we are actually just starting to use some fall scents in the laundry care. They just released the white pumpkin in both the boosters and the detergent. I used the exact amount that the bottle said to use, maybe even a tad under, and it was just for a load of sheets. And I found that it was just the right amount and the scent was really good. So there really are some scents that are maybe a little stronger versus softer, and I would say that the white tea and sage was a little on the softer side. But all in all, this was pretty good. I didn't actually purchase this one. The reason that I ended up getting this one was it was through an MOS haul from the past, which if you're not familiar with MOS, I'll actually just leave a link up above where I explain what MOS is if you're not sure or if you've never heard of that before. So it's like an employee perk essentially is what I'll say. And so I didn't actually pay for this. I got it for free. I'm looking at what's left in this bag at the body care and I'm feeling a little guilty. I don't have a single body care item this time. You know, I really did this thing, and I do this all the time where I choose a pretty large assortment of fragrances to use all throughout the summer and I put them on rotate. So sometimes it takes me a while to use up a product, and you know, I did have a couple of things I set aside for myself to try and empty, and upon reflection, it looks like I didn't get any of them done, so oops. So I'm hoping what that means is by the time I do another empties video, I'm actually going to have some representation in it. But in the meantime, there is a lot of body care in here, and most of it is men's and aromatherapy, so let's jump in. The one thing that I did contribute to was emptying these shower steamers, so actually this is a little bit of a sad story, but kind of nice that I was able to use these. Jose, my mom, and myself, we all got sick in June, like very sick, and so this is actually one of the things that I used to help help soothe us. So Jose and I actually worked together on using these shower steamers. This is Calming Skies Lavender and Peppermint. So yeah, we were really sick in June, and so that's what caused me to use these up. I usually don't go out of my way to purchase the shower steamers, but when they go on some kind of $4.95 or $5.95 body care deal, that's usually when I'll grab at least one bottle, just knowing in the back of my head I might get sick later in the year and I might enjoy them. Moving on to Jose's body care empties, he ended up using 2 of these bar soaps from the aromatherapy collection. This is his all-time favorite fragrance, and I actually had grabbed a whole bunch of these from the employee MOS sale. I grabbed them with him in mind, of course, because this is his favorite. This one is called Breathe Deep, and it's eucalyptus and lavender. So 2 bar soaps completed there. In that same Breathe Deep eucalyptus lavender fragrance, he also used up a shower gel and a pillow mist, which he uses as body spray or clothing spray. This body care set I think he actually had used very early spring, and so this one was just a tail end he used this summer and finally got it finished. This is the Black Chamomile aromatherapy set in a body cream as well as a pillow mist. They named this one Moonlight Zen. Another pillow mist he used up here as a body spray. This is also the same scent as those shower steamers, the Calming Skies from last winter. This one has lavender and peppermint in it, and he really liked that. And then he used this lotion to pair just with some stuff that he didn't have matches of at the time, so he was able to get this random one used up that way. This is Rainfall Retreat. On the back, this one says it's a rejuvenating aroma of fresh eucalyptus, warm cedarwood, and dewy cucumber. So this one was very fresh and aquatic, really good for summertime. Last but not least, for Jose's empties, he used up this hydrating face cream with hyaluronic acid. He said that he actually really enjoys this formula, and sadly they had actually discontinued it, so I wasn't able to get more, but now he's switched to the face lotions that they have in the pumps, and he likes those ones too. My dad completed some empties as well, so he used these 2 together. This one is a shower gel of single barrel bourbon, and it has notes of spiced citrus, smooth tonka, and aged oak. And then with it, he used this deodorizing spray of just the classic bourbon, and this one is white pepper, dark amber, and Kentucky oak. So they both kind of have some oak scents in there, so a little bit warm and woodsy. And then the very last empty of the day, as well as the body care category, my sister brought me this hand cream that she used up of Into the Night. That brings us to 13 items for the body care department. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below, are you someone that tends to just have 1 or 2 fragrances and you use them up before you move on to a new fragrance? Or are you kind of like me where you bring out an assortment and then just put them on rotate? I really love putting them on rotate like that because it keeps the fragrance wearing a lot more interesting, and when you have a larger collection, it just keeps it more fun and exciting. But I do understand the benefit of just using one up until it's done, so that way you don't have this older collection and you just keep things a little bit more relevant and fresh. So yeah, you'll have to let me know in the comments below what kind of body care wearer are you? Do you rotate a lot, or do you just use one and then use it up? Thank you so much for watching this summer empties video, and I will see you next time. Bye!